Hey, it's Stuart from Iron Ager. Here, day 3 with my video recording. The first day I did a pull workout. Second day I did a push workout. Third day I'm doing a leg workout. All right, so here's what I'm doing for today. I'm starting off with the deadlift. I'm doing 3 by 3. I'm doing a deadlift because it's an excellent exercise for working the posterior chain. Now, the posterior chain is the grouping of muscles from your back, your glutes, and your hamstrings. So the deadlift targets these muscles in a very effective way. All right. You could also do the deadlift on the pull day because you're working the back, but I'm choosing to do it on the leg day. So the movement of deadlift involves bending over of the weight, making sure that you're getting as close to your shins as possible. All right, that's important to keep that center of gravity there. And then as you're pulling off the ground, you're using those hamstrings and really engaging those glutes. And then once you get to the top, you're really engaging that back and getting that workout. All right, so I'm doing 3 by 3 with that. The next one, I'm doing squats. All right. Now, this is important to make sure that I'm getting down low. Now, the way I was taught, back in the 90s to sit on a bench or sit on something. And that's how you know you've gone as far as you need to, and then you work your way back up. Okay. So as you're going down, you're making sure that you're engaging that core. All right. And then you've reached the bottom, and then you need to get all that energy from the floor up to get that weight up to count as one. All right. So making sure that those muscles in the abdomen, lower back, and hips give you that stability. You need to make sure that you engage that core. The other key here is to make sure that your chest and your hips are moving at the same time. Some folks, I've seen it and I've done it myself. I'm not pointing any fingers, but some folks will move their chest forward and then as they're moving up, go back, or they'll kind of squat back with their hips and then really load up those glutes and then push up. So to make sure that you're getting the most out of the lift, make sure that your chest and your glutes are moving at the same time as you're engaging that core, because everything in between needs to be engaged and it'll move together. All right, the single leg. It's important to do single legs, and I'm doing the single leg hip thrust. So when you're doing it as a pair, both legs at the same time, maybe you can't work out any flaws or vulnerabilities that you have in your legs and your hips. So doing the singles improves the glute activation. You should feel it, making sure you're feeling that squeeze at the top and really squeeze it, and you'll feel it the day after, that's for sure. It's also going to give you better hip stability, increase the hip strength. Everyone needs that, especially as we're getting older. We're feeling it. Improve the posture, also sticking out that chest as you're coming up, so as you come up with the legs, really stick out the chest and improve that thoracic area and get that extension there. All right, I'm going to do reverse lunges. You can do lunges, but I choose to do reverse. It's a little easier on my knees and a little less pain after I've completed it. So I'm going to do 3 by 12 or 10 to 12 on those. Single leg calf raises, I just choose to do single legs. Normally what I do is I get the 45 pound plate, put it down on the ground, rest my hand on the squat bar, and then just move my legs slowly. Make sure that I'm resting a second at the bottom, coming up, resting a second at the top as well. I'm going to do three sets, 8 to 12 repetitions on that. All right, so I know I've skipped over my reps, so let me repeat it in the recap. I'm going to do deadlift, 3 by 3, squats, 3 by 10 to 12, single leg hip thrust, I'm going to do 2 by 15, reverse leg lunges, I'm going to do 3 by 10 to 12, and then the single leg calf raises, I'm going to do 3 by 10, 3 by 8 to 10. All right, so that's what I have today. I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is a rest day, but I will see you then.